KGMI Morning News Extra.
Talking taxes and government transparency with Jason Mercier from the Washington Policy Center. And Jason, we got a lot of small business owners who listen to this show, and following this whole capital gains tax saga with the legislature kind of carefully. And I'm reading through your description of the testimony last Thursday in this and find it very interesting.
Yeah, last week the legislature, the Senate Ways and Means, heard the hearing on the governor's 9% income tax on capital gains. And in preparing for that testimony, I noticed something very strange on the Department of Commerce's website. For over a decade, they've run a website called Choose Washington that they use to advertise the state of Washington to individuals and employers across the world about why they should come to Washington. And that page said that you'll be at a competitive advantage because we don't have personal or corporate income taxes. And I actually noted that in my testimony. But just before the hearing started, I noticed they changed that website to remove that reference. And it's a little bit curious to why they did that.
So what did they say when you asked them why they did that?
Well, they said that they are constantly making changes to the state's marketing pitches, and they're constantly refreshing that page, which is a fair statement to have. But I'll note that for over almost 10 years, that page has said the same thing. And they only changed the page that I referenced in my study. They kept the no income tax language on two other parts of that website. So maybe they still haven't got there yet. They forgot, or maybe it was just in response to the fact that we highlighted it.
Okay, so your understanding of the state constitution of Washington State, is a capital gains tax constitutional?
A capital gains tax, despite what you are hearing, is an income tax. That is not in question anywhere outside of the state of Washington. The IRS, every state, tax professionals, it's clear it's an income tax. Why that matters under the Washington Constitution is for nearly 100 years, the state Supreme Court has said that you own your income, which makes it property. That means it has to follow the property tax restrictions of 1% in uniformity. So obviously a tax rate of 9% on capital gains income would not comply with that restriction.
Has the bill proposing the capital gains tax, what's it doing now after the testimony on Thursday? What's the next step for that?
Well, the next step is for the committee to decide whether or not they want to move forward with it. So we'll have to keep an eye out to see if what is called an executive session is scheduled. That indicates that the committee members plan to take up amendments and possible passage of that bill. Or it could be they take no action on it. But again, we have to remember the budget is balanced. Revenues are growing by 7%. So why we need any new taxes, let alone an income tax, is kind of curious to see the legislature even considering this. But they did hold the hearing, and now we'll just have to keep an eye out to see if they move forward with it.
Is there still time for people to interact with their local legislators? I know it's Senate Bill 5096.
Yes, there's always time. That hearing has concluded, so the remote testimony period has ended, but you can always call, email, write letters to your lawmakers and express your positions. It remains to be seen whether or not what they call a companion bill is introduced in the House, so there may be another opportunity to weigh in on the proposal in the House. But as of right now, it is just Senate Bill 5096 and currently not scheduled for further action.
Okay, Jason Mercier, Washington Policy Center, as always, thanks for joining us on KGMI. We'll look forward to keeping up to date with you as the session continues.
Thank you.